Spengler family.
Oh, welcome!
I'm here. I got Carrie Coon and I got the one and only McKenna Grace here with me. Thank you for hanging out here. Thank you for hanging out in the rain. Thank you for coming out here on Ghostbusters Day.
I looked into the trap. Is this bad? What happens?
All right, we've got no choice. Call the Ghostbusters.
Hudson Valley Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Vigo, the scourge of Carpathia, the sorrow of Moldavia, come on here.
Oh, command me, Lord.
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
Beautiful.
It's slime time.
Greetings, ethereal beings, subhuman entities, and spectral forms from the great beyond, and any living humans who may be watching. Welcome back to Hudson Valley Slime Time. I am one of your hosts, Jason, and the marketing director of the Hudson Valley Ghostbusters. And as usual, I am joined by my co-host, Matt. Welcome, Matt.
Hey, Jay.
How are things?
Oh, good. Back for another one. My name is Matt. I am the executive director and co-founder of Hudson Valley Ghostbusters. We are a 501c3 nonprofit that raises money for charity in the Hudson Valley area. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about who we are and what we do on that front, you can go to our website, hvgb.org, and look at who we are, what we do. Or you can check out any of our social media, which our editor, Corey, will put here.
Or here.
Or here, wherever he wants. And our editor, Corey, is with us today for a discussion.
How's
Hello,
it going?
Corey.
Yep. Tonight is all about Ghostbusters Day 2025. A bunch of us got to go down to the firehouse in New York City the other day. There was Ghostbusters, ghosts, ectos, rain, and celebrities. We had it all, and Corey was there as our reporter on the streets, and he's going to help describe it all.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing your interviews, Corey.
I look forward to
I heard you
sharing
got
them.
some good ones.
Oh, Corey, he completely knocked it out of the park. I think before we even get started, Corey, you got to make sure that you put that nice picture of yourself that I took of you all in your gear and your professional look.
Yeah, that's a good photo. Very professional looking.
It's my Facebook profile now. Thank you for taking that.
The only thing that I was very disappointed about after seeing Corey like that, I was like, the only thing he's missing is we got to make him a Hudson Valley Ghostbusters press badge.
Ooh,
He just needs that hanging around his neck there, and it would be like he had it down. That was
right,
it.
next year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to jot that down. Make a press pass for Corey.
I like it.
Yeah, I got sent that photo of Corey all geared up to do interviews. I'm like, man, he took this seriously. He looked great.
Yeah, well, I mean, he told me he was going to bring his microphone and his, so I'm just thinking, because like at Comic-Con, he just had that little lapel mic. So I thought he was just going to have that. No. He
came prepared.
He was just missing a crew to carry his gear for him.
A crew would have been nice. I was a one-man show there. No, that's not true though. Joe definitely helped me out a couple times, and Steve as well. So I thank them for that.
Yeah, the weather definitely hampered. It would have been nice if you had like your dedicated umbrella man to walk around because the rain got pretty bad there for a while.
Well, a bunch of you pitched in to make roofs over our interviewees, so you'll see that in a couple of the shots.
Oh, nice. If you can't tell from context clues so far, I did not get to make it down to Ghostbusters Day this year. 2 reasons. One, my anniversary also happens to be on Ghostbusters Day, so I spent the day with my lovely wife, Tara. And we didn't do too much. For reason 2, at the time of this recording, about a month ago, I stupidly fell off a roof and broke my back. So,
well, we're glad that you're here. And
yeah, I am in recovery. It's gonna be a while before I get to put that proton pack back on, but I am doing well.
Yeah, we're glad it wasn't any more serious than it could have been, and you can get up and walk around. Let's just say that. That's great. So no more doing that.
So glad you're on your way to
recovery. Got to be healed up
recovery.
for next year.
Yeah, you and Pete are not allowed to climb ladders. right? Not without like safety harnesses and being, tied off or something.
Yeah, for real.
It was not OSHA approved.
No, complete freak accident. I hope it never happens again.
But yes, we were down in New York City. Bunch of us went down. I mean, what, 6? There was at least 7 or 8 of us, maybe. We got down there, and Pete. I was with Pete and James, and we got there early. The festivities weren't supposed to start till like 12, and then they had the whole autograph session. It was supposed to start at 1, and we got there like, I forget. I want to say it was like sometime between 11 and 11:30. And as soon as we got there, the line was already around the block for the autographs, and I had to chase after Pete. he like beelined for this autograph line. So, James and I were like chasing him we got online, and it was only like a half a block away, or no, actually a full block away, but we could still see the firehouse. So we thought it wasn't going to take long, but we were online for a good 3 hours almost.
Did they have numbers on how many people were there this year?
If you had to guess, I don't think they've released them yet. If they did, I have not seen them.
Well, I mean, you guys went last year, so it was like same, more or less.
Well, see but that's the weird part, because last year I jumped on the line, and we were literally like almost 360 degrees around the block. We started at the firehouse and had to go all the way around the block back to the firehouse to get in the line. This year, the line was only, a 1 block down, and kind of started to go around the corner when we got on it.
Okay.
And it still took the same amount of time for us to get into the firehouse. So it seemed like there was less people on the street, but there might have been more people online.
I think it took longer to actually get through the firehouse, because I mean there was multiple people to sign, and
yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, it was because they had more people.
Yeah, I mean it was amazing. Even though we had to wait online, it was still great, because they had news broke the night before about that McKenna Grace was going to be there. So we found out, that morning, that the night before, that McKenna Grace was going to be there, and we already knew Jason Reitman was going to be there. I think, right? I think
he was announced early
way
on.
ahead of time.
Yeah.
So we get down there, we get online, and as we're online, Pete finds out that not only is McKenna Grace and Jason Reitman here for autographs, but Carrie Coon also was there to sign
I lost
autographs.
it when I heard that.
So we were like, all right, we are not getting out of this line. We're here. We're staying. And it was, to be able to meet those people, get their autographs, and actually talk to them. It was amazing. I mean,
and I
got
recall
the sign.
Corey had to work up his nerve to get a selfie.
I have James to thank for that. I was too scared, but James was much braver than me, and he just asked her, and I saw him do that, and I was like, oh, now I can do it. So I asked.
Yeah, but
both great photos.
It's a great photo, but it's almost kind of funny though when you look at the photo. Corey's head is completely blocking out Jason Reitman.
Okay, well, we might as well talk about that now, because that is my actually one and biggest regret. Is everything was happening so fast, and I mean it was amazing in there, and I didn't want to hold up the line and stuff, and I asked Carrie Coon for the selfie, and then McKenna Grace was like just hopped in and kind of photobombed it. I was like, oh my god, they're both there. So and then the line kind of moved, and Jason Reitman started to sign my poster, and he started asking me about the Hudson Valley logo on my shirt, and just I totally forgot to ask him for a selfie. So I wish I had. And then yes, when I reviewed the photo afterwards, I realized my big fat head was covering him in it. So
I mean, you know what? I got to give you props though, because I couldn't even come up with the idea to ask them for a picture. So, you know, I have to, you know, even though I was there, I have to live vicariously through your picture.
But if I recall hearing, you hopped in with a save to give away a special gift to someone.
I did. Well, I was in front of the line. I shouldn't say in front of the line. I was in front of Corey online, and I went through, and I'll talk about it in a second. But after I'm out there, I think, was it you? Did Jason ask for you for a patch?
Well, that was one of the reasons I think I forgot to ask him for a selfie. Is he asked me about the logo, and he's like, oh, Hudson Valley. He's like, do you have a patch? And I just was like, I felt like I was a kid unprepared for class. I was like, no. And I felt like just kind of freaking out at the time. And he's like, well, you need to bring one next time. We could put it up at Sony. And I'm like, ah. So I said, thank you. Nice to meet you. And then I walked off. And then, Jay, you saved the day.
Yeah, you come outside and you're talking to us, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, I have an extra patch. I was like, here, you know. But then, of course, we're already outside, and all of us are out. So then we're like, okay, how do we get this back in there? But, you know, thankfully Pete was there, and Pete has all the connections. And he grabbed one of the New York City Ghostbusters who was there running the show. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like, hey, Jason Reitman was asking for a patch. We just found one. Can you please get this? Make sure he gets this. And so sure enough, he did. He went back inside and made sure, you know, Jason Reitman got my my patch.
Yes.
Awesome. But you know, I think Pete was already saying. I mean, I think we already have a patch at Ghost Corps.
Oh, we do. Yeah, I sent one in years ago.
Maybe once he realizes there's a second one, he'll hold on to that one for himself.
He can keep that one, put it on his backpack or his jumpsuit, whatever.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure he's going to watch this episode, so I have to say to the camera, I'm so sorry for not getting a selfie.
but yeah, I kind of wish I had gotten pictures, but it was actually really cool because, I mean, they were all great. You know, Lissy brothers were in there. You know, they were the first people. They signed. You know, so we got their signatures. Then Joe Cirillo was there. Everybody should know he was the police officer in the first movie. You know, who yelled,
you do your job,
do your
pencil neck.
job, I'll do mine. You know.
Carrie Coon was so awesome, and Joe was signing my poster, and she looked over at him. She's like, "You're doing great, Joe," and he's just there signing. He's always looked happy to be there, but I mean, he had been doing it for hours already. I don't know how they were still going. It was incredible.
Yeah.
By the time I got through there,
and yeah, it was great because, you know, and McKenna Grace, you know, she's signing my stuff, and then she's looking at my uniform, and you know, she's noticing I have all the pins, and she was commenting about how much, you know, how she loved all my pins and stuff, and you know, so it was kind of cool to actually like have like a personal conversation with, you know, and you know, Carrie Coon was still like treating McKenna Grace like her daughter. She's like, I got to make sure, you know, I'm looking after my daughter here, blah, blah, you know, and stuff, and it was really cool. And then I get up to Jason Reitman, and he was, you know, he noticed my patch where, you know, it says Slime One Operator, and he's like, oh, Slime One Operator, what, you know, what's you know, what's that? So, you know, I got to actually tell him about my, you know, my Camaro, my Slime One, which was, I thought was really
nice.
Cool. So if we go forward in time and there's a hot rod sports car Ghostbuster mobile in a future movie, we know where he got the idea.
Royalty checks can be sent to HVGB.
Yeah. And I got to thank Corey because I also, you know, I also support the little slime samples on my hip that I'd seen Corey, and I love that. And Jason Reitman actually saw those too, and he's like, oh, I really love your slime samples that you carry around and stuff, you know. So
nice.
Yeah, it was worth the wait, even though we had to stand in torrential downpours sometimes, but it was definitely good. You know, they got the signed poster here. I even took down my my hood. I took the hood off of my Eagle Moss Ecto 1 build that I had done, brought that down, so I was able to get them to sign that. Yeah,
that's awesome that you got that.
And
it looks so good.
But what a pain that was to put it back on. It took forever to put it back on, and I dropped 3 or 4 screws and lost them in the engine bay, like a real car, real mechanic. And I could not get them out. Even shaking the car upside down, they would not come back out. So there's extra screws hidden inside the engine bay. that car.
Easier to take the hood off for more signatures later down the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
But while we're talking about signatures, and I guess we can also use this to go right into our next topic about, Corey's interviews, but Adam Murray was down there. And I got to talk to him, actually got him to sign the hood also. I'm like, what the heck? Why not? He was just he was strolling around with everybody else, just out in the rain. I mean, he was soaked head to toe, and he was having like the time of his life.
He's such a cool guy.
For those who don't know, Adam Murray's claim to fame is he had a brief after credit scene in Frozen Empire, which very memorable, like post credit scene.
Yep.
He's the last person on screen on a Ghostbusters movie right now. So
he sure is.
Ooh, see, that's a big claim to fame. But yeah, no, he was so great because he's out there laughing, talking with everybody, taking pictures. And I ran into him towards the end of the day just as we were getting ready to leave. And I was with Pete, and Pete was like, "Hey, Adam," he's like, "Would you like?" Pete just barely got the word "would you" out of his mouth, and Adam's like, "Oh, you want me to be on a podcast?" And we're like, "That's exactly what we were gonna ask." So hopefully, sometime in the future, we'll be able to we'll get Adam Murray on our podcast.
All
That'd be
right,
amazing. I'll say
no guarantees, but he sounded very excited to do it. So.
Oh, he seems like such a cool guy. I'll save till after we watch the video to talk more about. But
yeah. So now we'll go to nice segue into Corey's videos here, and we'll show you his outstanding street side reporting once I figure out how to share this thing.
Oh, shucks. All right, I am here with Adam Murray.
Hi.
And I got a quick question for you. Did you ever get your truck back?
No, there's still a reward out there for anyone who has any information on the return of my truck.
Awesome.
I love your soupy notes.
little wet.
Hey, what's going on? This is Corey from Hudson Valley Slime Time. We are in front of the firehouse in Tribeca, New York for Ghostbusters Day 2025, the 41st anniversary. And we're going to try to get some
5th anniversary of the
street interviews, maybe some trivia as well. We'll see how it goes.
My name is Steven, and I'm with the Hudson Valley Ghostbusters.
My name is Vanessa, and I am from New York, Upper Manhattan.
Awesome. Are you with the Ghostbusters group, or are you just here for the day?
Just here for the day, one of the biggest fans.
I am Chris Sorrentino, also known as Baby Belushi, also known as Pizza Plasm, the artist behind Real Ghostbusters, REEL Ghostbusters. I came all the way from beautiful Staten Island, New York, here in New York City.
I'm Ryan, and I'm from the New York City Ghostbusters, but secret, I traveled from New Jersey. It's way cheaper there, guys.
Pro tip there, right?
Pro tip. It's not cheap. I'm just saying cheaper than New York City.
My name is Mike. I came from Central PA Ghostbusters. We're down York,
like
Harrisburg, Carlisle, that kind of area.
Uniforms.
What he said, but Lance.
Awesome. I am here with our very own Pete from
Hudson Valley Ghostbusters. Where else?
Obviously, of course. All right, we are here today with, what's your name, bud?
Nico.
Hi, Nico.
I'm Jen. I'm part of the New York City Ghostbusters. I came all the way from Jersey.
Hey, I'm Justin. I'm with the Buffalo Ghostbusters. So we helped organize this whole thing.
This is amazing. This is quite the turnout, as always.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm Veronica Victor, or V is also fine, and I traveled from Richmond.
And then I'm Daryl Ayer, and I traveled from Northern Virginia.
Well, my pseudonym is Ivan Shablotsky. Okay. My real name is Kevin Heim.
My name is Luca, and I traveled from Greenwich to New York. I'm from Italy, too.
Are you having fun today?
Yes. Yes.
Is this your first time at the firehouse?
Yes.
My name is Sally, and I travel from South Jersey, Somerdale, New Jersey.
And are you with Ghostbusters group, or are you just out here for the fandom?
We're with the Ghostbuster of New Jersey.
So are you in line for autographs, or what are we doing? Yeah? So what are we in line for here?
We're online for the autographs here today. There's going to be quite a bunch, actually, from what I can tell.
There's going to be the Alessi brothers. There's Joe Cirillo, the You Do Your Job pencil neck cop. There's Jason Reitman, McKenna Grace, Carrie Coon. They're all here today. So a lot of cool people here today.
Okay, so random question. Choose your form of the Destructor.
I guess we'll have to go with Stay Puft.
Spangler action figure.
Oh, I like it. All right.
Ooh. You know, how about the big Twinkie? Like, let's just go for it, you know?
That could be a gooey mess.
I like it. All right.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Nice. All right.
Oh, man. I feel like no matter what I choose, it's going to be bad. Like, he chose marshmallows, and it was the worst.
Oh, man, my ex-wife.
A giant monster that has 8 heads and 5 breathing.
Wow, that's intense. I love it. All right.
And it would be really hard to catch in a ghost trap.
Yes, it would.
A humongous Cheez-It in honor of Egon.
How would that even work? I can't even figure it out.
You just draw on. You just take the 4 squares, you put some legs on it, put some arms on it, put a hat there, and you're good.
Love it.
Oh, wow. I would have to go with the grilled cheese burrito from Taco Bell.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm already failing. So I don't know. So sad.
Well, that's okay. You're not supposed to actually think of anything, so you passed. So,
I mean, the Stay Puft is classic, and I got a sweet tooth.
Nice. I like it.
I'm very biased because I've loved Stay Puft since like 1989, so I would choose Stay Puft again.
Classic. I like it. Okay.
My form of the Destructor, something totally innocent that could never harm us. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Can you think of anything?
You get your own.
Daryl.
That's not fair. I would say a Care Bear.
Oh, Care Bear's a good one.
A Care Bear scare, I think, would be a good way to go out. Yeah.
Yeah, Barney could be a good one too.
Barney, there you
go.
go.
That feels right, I think.
I'm just picturing a 75-foot Care Bear now. That's crazy. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Choose your form of the Destructor.
Destructor is the person that VB does, and he goes to the ectoplasm and he tries to get it, and he tries to save the wife and get the ghost.
All right. Wrong answers only. What is the yellow leg hose for on the jumpsuit?
It's for if you get real thirsty.
Snack holder.
Snack holder. Okay, I like it.
Urine, clearly.
That's the right answer, though. That's okay. I'll take it.
Is that really what it's for? That can't be what it's for. That can't be what it's for. That's terrible.
That's what we're told, yes.
Is that really what it's for? Like a spacesuit? I thought that was wrong.
Ectoplasm.
It's a catheter bag.
That's the right answer. You got it.
Oh, you know, so the Ecto breaks down a lot, and, you know, we have to cut a lot of costs, including gas, so it's a great way to siphon from other vehicles.
Good answer.
Ventilation.
Slime holder.
For controlling the airplane.
It's for peeing.
Oh, that's the right answer. We wanted wrong answers only. That's right. You're not the first to do that. That's okay.
To get the Stay Puft marshmallow out of your suit.
It's a relief tube.
P. Oh, wrong answers. Beer.
The Central Park Jogger Ghost in Ghostbusters 2. Guilty or innocent?
Oh, 100% guilty. For sure.
Innocent. He's just jogging. He's having a good time.
Innocence.
Interesting. Okay.
You know, I'm going to say innocent. The man's just running. He's just running. Like, they had no reason to stop him. Unless, I guess, if someone's paying. So.
What about all the pushing out of the way, though? Or is that just kind of a New York thing?
It's yeah, come on. They're in the way. What do you expect? It's a jogging track. Like, you know, so, you know, like, get out of here. Get out of here with that.
Guilty.
Innocent.
Interesting. Okay. Guilty or innocent?
Of what?
Should he have been trapped or should they have let him go?
He wasn't hurting anyone.
We're getting varied opinions on that, so that's interesting. Okay.
The Jogger Ghost was innocent, and I have been petitioning for them to free him for ages.
I still say innocent. Very much innocent. They didn't even give him a warning. They just put the trap in the dirt and just caught him to thunk.
He's very innocent. He just wants to go and get healthy for a dead guy.
What about all the pushing out of the way, though?
Oh, you know, whatever. It's New York. People are going to run and push people out of the way. What are you going to do about it, eh?
Guilty.
Guilty. 100%.
Listen, man, you gotta just let the guy run. He's trying to get some exercise. I'm gonna go innocent. He is a little rude, though, but that's not worth entrapment.
Oh, he's totally innocent. Yeah, yeah.
He was just jogging. Casually jogging.
I agree. That's what most people are saying. If you were a ghost and you had the choice, where would you want to haunt for all eternity?
Pizzeria.
I like it.
Ooh, that's a good one. I would probably haunt Disney World.
Okay, all right. So one of my friends who passed away, unfortunately, told me one of the best ways he's going to haunt me, and I'm going to tell the story. So the best way to haunt anyone when they are asleep, make sure to blast the windows open, have the drapes going, come in full guitar, and go, "Here I am, rock you like a hurricane," shake the bed and all that stuff, and and have fun. Yeah.
Something wooded, house, mansion, something out in the woods, middle of nowhere, creepy, misty mountains.
The firehouse.
Nice.
I would say either here or London.
Ooh, London's pretty cool. Yeah, I would say here or Japan.
Japan, I like it. Perfect.
I'd walk backwards.
Come out of a TV.
Ooh, I would haunt I don't know, TJ Maxx.
Universal Studios, Florida. You can use that if you want.
We will.
New York.
Definitely New York.
Okay, all right. What about you?
New York.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh, that is a good question. Disney World. Yeah, yeah. Haunted Mansion. Grim Grinning Ghosts all day.
They won't even know you're there.
No.
Special effects.
Yeah, I'd just be singing all day.
If you were a ghost and you could haunt anywhere you wanted, where would you be? Where would you haunt?
You can haunt the store.
Nice job. Thank you so much. Oh, and where did you guys come from today?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Awesome. Well, you have a lot of fun, all right? Okay, and we got a couple trivia questions. You want to play?
Sure.
Okay. First question is, what university did Peter, Ray, and Egon work for before going into business for themselves as the Ghostbusters?
Oh man, Columbia?
Correct.
God, I don't remember. Was it NYU? No, but it was somewhere in New York. I don't know. No clue. What's the answer?
Answer is Columbia University.
Okay, that I do not know.
That's all right.
Columbia University.
Correct.
The college, I can't remember the name of the college off the top of my head.
The Columbia?
Correct. Columbia University.
I mean, they never named it, but it was Columbia.
I can't remember.
No.
That's okay. That's right. It was Columbia University. Yeah. Okay.
Columbia.
Columbia.
Correct. What important safety tip does Ray advise about the ghost trap as he deploys it for the first time on screen in the Sedgwick Hotel?
Don't look into it, right? Don't look into it. I looked into the trap. Is this bad? What happens?
Awesome. Well, thank you. I won't take up any more of your time. I really appreciate it, man.
Pleasure's all
Appreciate
mine.
it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
For interviewing me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Pleasure's all mine, man.
Don't look into it.
Close enough. You got it. All right. Thanks, man.
You don't open it until you're ready.
Kind of.
Close.
Oh, I do know this and I can't remember. Oh, I remember. I'm watching the scene in my head.
I love the outfit.
Probably knew that.
He said that don't press the button because it might kill you and like.
It's up for debate. It's up for debate. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much.
Don't look directly at the trap.
Correct. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
You
Those
too.
are softballs.
They're
There's a hard
softball.
ball.
You know, they're softball.
Give me a hard ball.
Don't look into it.
Yes, what he said.
Don't look into the trap.
Correct. Perfect.
Don't look directly into it.
Correct. Awesome. Perfect. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have fun.
Don't look into the trap.
That's correct.
Yeah. Don't look into the trap.
Correct.
Don't look into the trap.
Correct.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, man.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Sorry about the wet cards and stuff.
No, yeah. Sorry for the wet weather.
That it's very dangerous and never been tested out, and like
Pretty close. He tells him to not do something specifically. Do you remember?
don't go touch it, like touch it while it's on.
Close. Don't look at the trap. Yeah, that's pretty close. That was good. That was good.
Daryl and myself, we worked on a short film called Don't Make Me Laugh over the span of 2 years. We just finished it recently, and we have it up on YouTube.
V and I co-produced it. She directed and wrote it. I shot it, edited it, did the special effects, took a lot of notes. It was a good time. It was a good time.
A lot of hours spent in the editing room. Many days of like 8-hour plus editing sessions. Yeah.
So we had, because we kind of did it for free with our friends, schedule was our biggest enemy. And so we took what was essentially like a 3 or 4 day shoot. It turned into 5 locations and 20 days of shooting. And then our friend and cohort Rob, who runs Rob's Occult, created our ghost for us. So it's a scratch-built, like handmade ghost that he performed, did the voice for, and the whole thing. And then we shot that and composited in. So it's like a real practical ghost. There's no like 3D CGI in the whole thing. It's all 2D effects and compositing tricks. It's a great time.
Very important to us to do practical because we love those movies from the 80s that employ a lot of that. Obviously Ghostbusters, and
that's why they still hold up today as the practical effects, I think, right?
It was very important to us. So yeah, we're glad we got a chance to do that.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys. That was fantastic. I appreciate it.
That was awesome.
Very nicely done, Corey.
Very professional.
I don't know where that came from.
It came, it's gone, and never going to see it again.
I definitely wanted to go prepared, so having the cue cards helped. Not cue cards, but index cards. So Adam Murray was only my second interview, Steve being the first, and that was, we were kind of half joking the whole time. It was almost like a test run, even though it was a great interview with Steve. But I saw Adam walking by, and somehow I got this weird bout of confidence, and I just followed him a little bit, and I was like, "Hey, can I interview you?" And like I said before, he's such a nice guy, yeah. And I'm like, we have a very small podcast, but we're trying to grow. So would you do that? And he was so cool. He was fantastic.
He was wearing, you notice how he was wearing the Stranger Things Ghostbusters t-shirt. He actually has a cameo appearance in Stranger Things also in one of the later seasons, I think, like 3 or 4 seasons.
Season 4, he was an angry townsman.
Yeah.
Okay, he has an angry townsman look about him.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a big switch because, like I said, he was so nice in person, and you could just have a conversation with him, and it was just it just flew because there was no pressure, no like he almost feels like a friend like as soon as you meet him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was probably one of the easiest interviews I did all day. So,
but yeah, and then they at the end there they talked about their was it Don't Make Me Laugh, correct? That's right.
Yes.
And that was actually a really good, fan film. It was about a half hour long.
Yeah, I think it was like 25, 28 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
28
I
minutes,
was highly impressed with their practical ghost. He was really cool.
Yeah,
the ghost was amazing.
I was watching and I'm like, I wonder how they did the ghost effect. I'm like, oh, but they said in the interview it was practical. That's awesome.
Yeah. For those of you who are listening and have not seen that, check it out.
Yeah, go check it out. It's on Ghostbusters Virginia, their YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll put a link up there as well. Totally worth a watch. It was amazing. And Veronica and Daryl, they were super nice. I was so happy to talk to him. I have so many more questions for him. I wish I had asked there. I had no idea I was going to be interviewing him, so I wasn't prepared. But so many questions. I was so impressed with the film, and I want to know how they got away with running those lights through intersections in the Ecto.
Well, it sounds like they're big into practical effects. I think they just went for it.
I think they might have just did some guerrilla photography there.
That's where you send a scout car up ahead of you to check. Then, all right, come on, start rolling.
Now.
Maybe they have some friends in law enforcement. I don't know.
But yeah, no, amazing job. You blew me away. I actually felt really bad because I wanted to do a lot of that with you. I was or at least hoping to, but we got so stuck on that line, and it lasted a lot longer than we thought it was gonna. And by the time we got out of that line, everybody was just kaput, just wet, tired, beaten.
I was soaked. My sneakers were squeaking as I walked. I was so wet.
Corey even had a
thank
rain
you.
jacket on, and
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have even bothered. It just funneled the rain down to my shoes.
So I have a question, like with the big full-size microphone you had, how did you have like something in your backpack? How'd you have that wired to record?
So the mic actually has an option for also USB-C. So it was plugged right into my phone directly.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So I was literally walking with the tripod, the phone, the microphone tethered to it, just trying not to trip anybody. And it was funny. People were like, "Oh, who are you with?" And I was like, "Hudson Valley Slime Time."
Obviously.
I guess I
Don't
did
know who
look
I am?
official. Yeah. Because and then they're probably like, "Oh, I've never heard of that," but it's okay.
hey, I mean, with all the cards we handed out and you doing your interviews and stuff like that, I think we picked up at least 3 more subscribers since the weekend.
We sure did.
We're blowing up.
We broke 70, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, you had the professional look, so gave people confidence to talk to you.
It worked out very well. It was just awesome energy there, and I think I was just running on adrenaline, and it was great. I had a great time.
Yeah, and there was Jason Reitman had a huge announcement that he did for Ghostbusters Day, and him and Sony, along with Ghost Corps, they're actually doing the Ghostbusters Give Back.
Yeah, I was very excited to hear about this.
Yeah, so what they're doing is for approved chapters. If you and your team raise, I think the start and finish time is between Ghostbusters Day to Ghostbusters Day. So starting Ghostbusters Day 2025 to Ghostbusters Day 2026, you raise over $1,000 for specific charities, then you will get recognized and your team will receive special Ghostbusters Give Back patch. But if your team goes even above and beyond that, they actually have tiers starting at $10,000. I think the top team who raises the most will be like awarded a trophy, or something like that for, raising the most amount of money. And Sony will also match up to $150,000, and they'll donate it to the Starlight Children's Foundation,
which is awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just amazing that they're working with us, recognizing groups like ours, and
yeah, it gives that little bit of like, I don't know how to word it, but it's just a good feeling that we're being recognized for the work we're doing, raising money for charity.
Yeah, because they're this almost, they're like working along with us. A lot of times they're like, places and, they'll be like, yeah, okay, we just kind of let them do what they're doing because they're not harming anybody, but they're actually stepping up, going the extra and recognizing, working with us, and even rewarding.
It's very cool. It was something I would have never imagined when we started doing this, almost 8 years ago now. Like, all right, we're going to do this. They know about us, but yeah, that's going to be what it is. But yeah, now, we'll match your donations and we're going to send that money to Starlight Children's Network. Like, okay, thanks guys.
It's awesome.
And there is 280 Ghostbusters groups around the world. Are any of you part of Ghostbusters groups tonight? I am so grateful for everything that you do, because you know what's cool about the Ghostbusters groups? They raise money for charity, they go to children's hospitals, they do service, and they give back. And today we're announcing something really cool from Ghostbusters. For the first time, Ghost Corps and Sony are getting involved. And if you go to Ghostbusters.com right now, you will see that we have launched a competition for every Ghostbusters group in this country to compete to see who can actually raise the most money for charity this year. And Sony is gonna match up to $150,000. We're gonna be raising money for Starlight, an amazing organization that does extraordinary things for children's hospitals. And we are so proud to be Ghostbusters, just like you. The other thing we're announcing today, this is kind of cool. Sony wanted to upgrade the electronics situation here at Hook and Ladder 8. So Sony has donated a new 4K television and PlayStation here to Hook and Ladder 8. Should we bring it up on stage?
One of the ones that I was kind of disappointed that I missed out being on the line was, Hasbro had a table there. They had some major announcements that they made also.
Wait, hold on. You were online so long you missed the entire thing?
I missed, yeah.
By
the time I got off the line, Corey took me over to where the table used to be.
Jay, I felt so
and
bad.
I just collapsed on the ground and coiled up into a fetal position and cried.
You should have saw him. Snot was coming out of his nose. It was an ugly sight.
Blubbering like a little bit.
I did. I felt so bad though. I walked around the corner and they were just gone. Everything was gone.
Oh man, that's their usual MO though, aren't they? They're like in and out like that, just gone. Like they make announcements and they're out the door.
I know. I'm always so torn because I want to go down and I really wanted to get in line, meet some of the celebrities and get their autographs and but then I was also torn because I also wanted to go see Hasbro and I was like, all right, well, this line's not going to take too long because we're not that far. Over 3 hours later, like, geez, because once you get in it for so long, you're like, all right, that's it. I'm dedicated. I'm not leaving. I've been here long enough. I'm sticking
back out now.
So, but thankfully, I believe Steve got some pictures of everything, and he got to see their announcements.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to Steve.
Hasbro's big announcement was a new Proton pack based off of the whole the original HasLab pack. But this one is an 84 styled pack. It is not going to be. You could actually go online and order it now.
It's just like it's not a HasLab. There's no backers. No. It's just they're making it. You pre-order it, and then it'll be available however long, right?
Yeah, it's a pre-order right now. I'm not sure when it's actually. I think did it say later this year it'll start shipping? I forget.
Said 2026 shipping.
Was it next? Okay, but yeah, so you can order now. There's no backing involved. Although I do believe you need to be a Hasbro Pulse member.
Oh yeah, you need to be a premium member, I think,
right,
to access it.
But in reality, when you think about it, I know a lot of people complained about this. Like, oh, that's such trickery and stuff like that. It's if you look at the cost for the Hasbro Pulse membership and compare it to the shipping costs. Because if you're a Hasbro Pulse premium member, you get free shipping. So it's almost a wash. And then if you ever order anything else, you come out ahead because obviously you're not paying shipping on the stuff.
Okay. That's a good point. There's a perk.
So, but yeah, the pack is $299. So it's actually like $100 less than what the Hasbro pack, the HasLab pack was.
And it's still the same, like it comes just the pack itself, and you still have to get the wands separately, correct?
Right, and it's fully compatible with the Spengler wands, so they'll plug and play.
So I believe there's some differences with the electronics. I think they said it's USB-C, and you can.
It has
charge it through that.
I believe it's got a rechargeable battery,
and you can leave the sounds and lights on. It won't auto shut off on you. So you can leave it on as long as you want to troop with. So
I feel like they took notes from what people complained about with the Spengler pack when they came out,
and that's what they do. That's one of the things that I love that Hasbro does, especially with this kinds of stuff. They listen to the fans.
Yeah, I like. I mean, it's hard to tell because it's just like a few photos, and some people who actually saw it on hand there. Like to me, it doesn't look quite as polished as a Spangler because obviously, they're doing its line production. They're selling them a little cheaper.
Right, and I don't
saw
know if that
people
was a finished
complaining
product either.
online.
That
Like,
might
it's
not
a
have been a finished
prototype.
product. So
Yeah. I'm
Give
like,
it time.
Come on, it's a proton pack for $300.
Yeah.
Cheaper than it was before, and you're getting like a functioning proton pack. Stop whining.
Yeah, and the cyclotron still comes off, I believe, and it has the
Yes,
internal.
it does have the removable cyclotron.
Yeah, it has some of the same. Like I
So-
saw, it has some of the same like functionality as the original Spangler release.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not in the market for another proton pack, but like it's cool. It's a great option.
We were online when we heard the announcement, and as soon as we heard the announcement, we're like, "Yep, Joe's gonna order one. Joe's gonna order one." And within like 2 minutes, he texts everybody, "I pre-ordered."
hmm Yeah, I think Joe has a Ghostbuster merchandise buying problem.
He's worse than me.
He might
I mean,
be, yeah.
I thought I was bad.
We might have to
but-
have an intervention with him.
Yeah, he's gonna be beat.
like Joe. If you're gonna buy, you have to buy for the whole team.
I don't know if they had them there, but they did release at the same time on their website. They have another Plasma Series figure box set. They call it the Rooftop Showdown. So it's got all 4 of the figures. They're 6-inch. It's like $100 for that. They each have proton packs and wands, and then there's like goggles and PKE meters in it and stuff like that. So
And then there's like the Ecto Glow series too, right?
that was the other thing. Yes,
That's what I'm most
They're-
excited about.
This looks really cool. I haven't seen it. It's not listed on their website yet, but yeah, it's the real Ghostbusters glow in the dark set. So they had the 4 the 4 main character figures and the Ecto one glow. The whole thing glows in the dark, not just like bits and pieces. The entire car glows in the dark.
Yep. Took me right back to the 80s when I saw that. I'm like, yep, that glow in the dark gimmick was everywhere.
Yeah, so that looks cool. So I heard somebody say, I don't know if it's true or not. I heard somebody say that they think it was a San Diego Comic-Con release, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that, but I'm not sure. Yeah, no, it was a great time. There was another big release, whoyougonnacall.org actually put out a a zine, they called it. I kept calling it Zine, but then Pete's like, no, it's short for magazine, so it's zine. And I'm like, oh,
Jay,
I'm
get with the program.
just
did not know
realizing
that.
that now. Thank you. I feel like an idiot. I was like, a
Wow.
Zine. What's a Zine? Is that like?
That's yeah. But
I just watched you realize that in real time, Corey.
this is really cool. If you have a copy of this, we're mentioned in there multiple times. I think Pete said something about he found our logo in there at least 7 times.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I haven't gotten my copy yet.
So
And it's also available online for digital.
can you get it online?
Yep.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a digital copy. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet.
Yeah.
I think I want the physical copy first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at it, the big picture with Janine on the front there is actually really cool because it's
I
got
love
the,
that. I did see a blown up version of that. It's great.
yeah, it's got
I
all
love
the
it.
world maps and everything like that. And I think down in here, there's actually a couple like uninflated balloons. And if you look closely, apparently one of them has our logo on it.
Wait, what? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
Wait, where's mine?
Yeah, we've become
Look,
huge
he's-
stars. Hey, you can go get your copy. It's fine. We'll wait.
That's okay. I'll look later.
Yeah,
Very excited.
you'll probably see it better online than you will on print. But
That's cool.
yeah, no, it was a great time. Matt, I got your autograph poster right here.
I appreciate you getting that for me. I wasn't expecting it. I was floored when you sent me that photo.
I was trying to decide if I should keep it secret from you and then just surprise you with it at the food truck festival. But
Well, now I compare. I can like actually bring like a poster to put it in to keep it safe.
I got a couple cool patches. I actually got to meet Ghostbusters from Italy. I got to talk to them for a little bit. That was really cool. They gave me one of their patches.
Nice. You traded a few too, right? A few of ours.
I unfortunately I did not have patches. The only patch I had that wound up given to Jason Reitman, so that was a win.
Well, I mean, that's a good story. So
if anybody's going to get one, it's going to be him.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I did have Steve made, or he 3D printed a whole bunch of Hudson Valley Ghostbuster keychains, and he brought a whole bunch down.
I forgot about that.
And he gave me a some, so I was handing them out with a card and stuff like that, and so that's kind of what I was trading for patches that day.
It fills me with joy that logo is getting around now.
Yeah, I mean, people all across the world are going home with our logo.
Nice.
I don't know. Did you want to ask any other questions about it, Matt, or you did?
No, I think I mean, just the chat that was going on, like our Discord chat that day was all over the place. And I was like, I'm spending the day with my wife, but I'm sneaking off, checking in a little bit. It was like, oh, what's going on? Keeping up on all the cool news. And she was also very excited when I told her about the announcement for Ghostbusters Give Back. So we both got some joy out of that. But yeah, I mean, between Corey's interviews, his great interviews going through, and like the stories you guys have told, yeah, I can't think of anything. Hopefully I can go next year. Oh, I did have one thing, because we usually at the end of these we talk about builds, and I actually have something to talk about.
Ooh, cool.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you guys know what it is, but our viewers don't. Well, as I stated earlier, with the unfortunate back injury, I can't carry my beauty over here. So Steve 3 and our team graciously printed out parts for a plan I sent him for an arm-mounted proton pack, as seen in, I think it first showed up in the Tainted Love comic, Ghostbusters. So yeah, once I think parts are all done and printed, once he gets those to me, yeah, I'm gonna be rocking the arm-mounted pack for the foreseeable future, and I'm looking forward to that. It's something I thought about doing for a while, and now it's just the perfect opportunity to actually pull the trigger and do it.
Nice. Man, he's
Very
fast
cool.
with that printer. Holy cow.
Dude, it was 2 days.
I know. I was going to say, I thought you just asked him online.
I sent him the plans, and 2 days later, he's like, yeah, it's mostly done. Like, man.
Well, I think he's got multiple printers, doesn't he?
I think he does, yeah.
2, yeah.
So
yeah,
he's probably got them both going, or.
Mm-hmm. And he's
That's
like,
awesome.
oh yeah, like I printed like the grip in like a special kind, so I have like that bit of spongy, like grippy texture. I'm like, okay, dude, thank you. I'm like,
That's awesome. Can't wait to see
so
that.
yeah, hopefully I'll get to show that maybe by the next time we record.
Cool.
Nice.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of events coming up. We do have Hudson Pride, June 21st. So if this gets out released before that, come to Hudson, New York.
Yeah.
Pride Parade. Check us out. Join in the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you need anyone to ride in the gunner seat?
Well, I assumed you would volunteer to ride in it again. I think Ellie also volunteered. I told her you two would have to fight over it.
No, she can do it. I want other people to experience it. It's so cool.
Okay. All right. We are going to go over to our reporter on the street, Corey, who is going to try and ask Jay and I and stump us with some of his questions from Ghostbuster Day. So, Corey, take it away.
Okay, so we'll start with Matt. Choose your form of the Destructor.
Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars.
Oh. Jay?
Oh my God. I was trying to think of something funny, and the only thing I kept thinking of was Barney, because I heard somebody say that, and I just thought, oh my God, that would be a terror to me, because I could not stand Barney. So
would be terrifying.
to see 100-foot Barney walking down the streets would, yeah, that would probably take it. Yeah,
That's perfect. Totally agree with you.
And with mine, I just love to see the proton stream go against the Emperor's little lightning fingers.
Perfect. Okay, Matt. Wrong answers only. What is the yellow leg hose for on the jumpsuit?
Storing Gatorade.
Jay?
See, I was going to say something similar, but I was going to actually say like it's a confidence booster. It's a relaxer, so it's filled with like
Pepsi,
vodka, or rum, or something like that. You know, that take the edge off before you go.
It's a courage tube. Yes,
courage tube. There you go.
Perfect. Okay, so this one, I was surprised. The Central Park jogger ghost from Ghostbusters 2, guilty or innocent, Matt?
Ooh, I'm actually going to go with innocent.
Okay.
Yeah, it should have been a catch and release program, man.
Catch and release.
Yeah, well, I think I talked about this in a previous episode. I don't where like, is it, really necessary to be catching some of these ghosts who aren't hurting people? So he's definitely innocent. I mean, the guy's just, he's a rude pain in the butt because he's running into people. But like somebody said, it's New York. That's what they do. He's just out for a jog.
Yeah, and I'm actually just trying to think off the top of my head. It's one of like the few ghosts they catch that's actually human. Like most of them are like monsters or gelatinous blobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think he got out once? Let's see. When would he have gotten out?
Well, they
Frozen
caught
Empire?
him.
Maybe in Frozen Empire when the containment unit blew up again.
Hopefully he's jogging again.
Just out doing laps, living his afterlife.
All right, and the last question that I asked on the street was, if you were a ghost and you had the choice, where would you haunt for all eternity, Matt?
Probably a rum distillery in the Caribbean.
Oh.
Do you think the alcohol would actually affect you in the afterlife?
I'd be willing to find out.
I'd be willing to spend an eternity finding out.
For all eternity, we'll figure it out. What about you, Jay?
I have to agree with somebody else who had said like Walt Disney World or something like that. I think that would be great to just, and not necessarily haunt like the Haunted Mansion. I'd have to haunt somewhere where people weren't expecting it. Like It's a Small World.
The teacups.
Get people to jump out of their boats in the middle of the It's a Small World ride. No, you kidding? That would be torturous staying inside there. But yeah, when in Disney itself, I think throughout the whole park.
Excellent. All right. Well, I can't ask you the trivia because you saw the answers there. So.
Yeah, we'd be
and those were some softball questions.
They were, but I was going.
I'll be honest. I would not have gotten the Columbia. I would not have gotten that.
Yeah.
Although I will say, with the interviews with some of the kids, I did enjoy the creative answers they were giving. Those were great.
Right? The store, like, that's awesome.
All right, that is going to wrap up episode 17 of Hudson Valley Slime Time, our Ghostbusters Day special, talking about all the great things that happened on Ghostbusters Day down the city. If you enjoyed listening to us and the things we talked about, please do like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach out to us by email, podcast@hbgb.org. For more information about booking Hudson Valley Ghostbusters for your next event, you can contact us through our website, hbgb.org. Plus, you can follow, like, and message us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Bluesky, and TikTok. If you're listening to this podcast and are interested in having Ghostbusters at your next event, but you're not in the Hudson Valley area, you can go to the Ghostbusters directory, whoyougonnacall.org, and you will find a nicely organized directory by state and worldwide for your local Ghostbusters group.
All right, and thanks for joining us today. We had an amazing time despite the rain, and we can't wait for next year's Ghostbusters Day. Maybe we'll see you there. And remember to show your support. Visit our online store at redbubble.com. Type HVGB in the search bar. There you'll find all our amazing merchandise that make excellent gifts. And remember, a portion of each purchase does go to charity. And once again, the easiest way to support us is to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And with that said, I want to thank Corey for his amazing street side reporting.
Absolutely.
It was very professional.
Thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you. Give him an applause, everybody.
Stop.
So
it was awesome.
Again,
Thank you.
Until next time, have fun and play with slime.
For being here. I know we got a lot more fun. Thank you for hanging out in the rain. Guys, anything you want to add?
I mean, come on, what other fan base is gonna stand out here in the rain? This is great. Thank you guys for being here. In costume too, yeah. There's nothing I'm more proud to be than a Ghostbuster and a Spangler, and I'm just, because of you guys, New York always feels like home, so thank you for being such a welcoming family. I love you guys. Do you have anything?
I taught her everything she knows.
I guess I have one last question. Would you like to ask it with me? Yeah. Oh, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters!
Okay, so I'll see you later, huh? I'll give you a call.